Taehyung went in softly as he was being dragged into the loud, colorful club by Jin. Taehyung, why are we even here? It's so loud and I don't like clubs. Jin signing. Will you stop winning? You promised you came, remember? Taehyung parting. You said we were going out for ice cream. Jin laughing. I mean club. I just forget to mention it. Taehyung narrowing his eyes. You take me again? Jin grinned. Come on, Ma is here. Taehyung, that one? Jin rolled his eyes. I only have one friend, Taehyung. Taehyung mumbling while walking. Sure, you do. He finally began to follow Jin towards the VIP section, his eyes scanning the place and his shoulders slumped. The lights were too bright, the music was too loud, and everything felt so crowded. Taehyung whispering, I just want some ice cream, a little snacks, and my bed. They walked as few steps before Taehyung suddenly stopped and pulled Jin back. Taehyung suspiciously, wait, why are you looking me to meet your friend? I'm not doing anything strange, okay? No funny business, Hyung? Jin laughing out loud. Oh, please. You wish my friend brought his friend with him. The guy is new in the town and he is really Taehyung asked Warden, and you didn't tell me this earlier, right? Jin, because if I had, you wouldn't be run away. Now come on. Taehyung following Jin with a sign, already feeling trapped. Jin had been trying to set him up with random guys all years, and now it seems he had walked straight into another step. When they reached the VIP section, Jin happily sat down on Namjoon and him. Taehyung turned away awkwardly, thankfully that the music here was at least a little softer. Then Taehyung turned towards the man standing next to Namjoon, the one who was pouring a glass of drink, and his heart stopped. Then softly, almost a whisper, Jungkook, Jungkook blinked in surprise. Taehyung. They both stared at each other for a long second. The background faded, the music, the noise, the people, everything disappeared. Jin breaking the silence, wiping his wait. You two know each other? Taehyung nervously. Yes. Jungkook smiled gently. We dated 2 years ago. Jin eyes going wide. Oh, so this is Jungkook. Turning to Taehyung, you mean the Jungkook you always talk about? Taehyung nodded silently. Yeah. Jin immediately pulled Taehyung aside, whispering with a guilty face. Jin, Taehyung, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had no idea he was that guy, the one you always cry about after 2 glasses of drink. Taehyung smiled awkwardly. It's okay, Hyung. I can't believe he is here. Taehyung ran his finger through his soft brown hair, his heart thundering in his chest. Jin softly, well, on the bright side, you always miss him, don't you? You told me your breakup was mutual, right? Taehyung nodded slowly. Yeah. He had a big opportunity. He had to move, and I couldn't to do long distance. But he looks amazing now, Jin. Jin smiled softly. He really does. Taehyung whispering to Jin that he'll be okay. Jin gave him a gentle pat on the back before returning to Namjoon. Taehyung turned back to watch Jungkook, his heart still racing. Jungkook smiled warmly. You look great, Taehyung. Taehyung blushing a little. Thank you, you too. He He's again nervously picking at his nails. Jungkook kept staring at him, eyes filled with something Taehyung couldn't name. Was it longing or maybe just surprise? Jungkook, you still don't like clubs, do you? I remember you hate them. Taehyung laughing lightly. It's not my things. Jungkook tattled his head, voice gentle. Do you want to leave? We can go somewhere quiet place. Taehyung looking up at him. Jungkook looked different. His hair was longer, darker, more mature, but his eyes were still the same, warm ones. Taehyung remembered falling in love with. Taehyung softly. Oh, yes, please. Jungkook smiled, and that soft smile that always made Taehyung's heart skip a beat. They both said quiet goodbye to Jin and Namjoon, who were far too busy to notice. Taehyung whispering to Jungkook as they walk out. Namjoon Hyung heads were very advertised. Jungkook laughing. They always are. Jin Hyung looks happy. One outside, Jungkook led him to a sleek black car. Taehyung eyes widened. Wow, this is your car? Jungkook is smiling. Yeah, you like it? Taehyung, it's really expensive looking. So, you are like rich now. Jungkook, you make it sound like I was poor back then. Taehyung smiled gently. Oh, you are not, but you used to drive your dad's old car that smelled like engine oil. Jungkook laughing louder. That car. Jungkook and you somehow got even more beautiful. Taehyung turned to look at him as they approached the ice cream shop. Taehyung turned to look at Jungkook as they near the ice cream house. His voice was soft. Taehyung and Jungkook looked at him with eyes full of emotion. Jungkook and I kind of regret that I left. Taehyung lowered his eyes for a moment, breathing in deeply. Taehyung, you need the money. You had to take care of your family. I understood that. Jungkook gently smiled, his voice warm and full of meaning. Jungkook, you were my family. Taehyung, you still are. Without waiting for a reply, Jungkook got out of the car, walked around to open the door for Taehyung. That small gesture made Taehyung's heart flutter. He stepped out, giving Jungkook a small smile. They both get their favorite ice cream and walk side by side, slowly finishing their cone like it was something we done 1,000 times before. It felt so natural. Taehyung laughing softly. You still love chocolate mint, huh? Jungkook grinning, and you still pick strawberry? Even thought you still bite from mine. Taehyung teasing, oh, not true. Jungkook laughing, oh, you are lying. After finishing the ice cream, they pass by a small amusement park nearby. The color light and soft music caught Taehyung's eyes. Taehyung is smiling. Do you wanna go in just for a fun? Jungkook with you? Oh, always. They play almost every game inside wall. Jungkook play and Taehyung collect all the prize, laughing like a child every time he got a teddy or a toy. By the end of the night, Jungkook's car was filled with stuffed animals, silly heads, and colorful bags. Taehyung giggled as he hugged a grand teddy bear. You are such a show-off, but I love it. Jungkook smiled warmly. Anything to make you laugh again. As they were about to leave, they stopped at a photo booth. Taehyung, oh, let's take some picture. It will be a perfect end to the night. Jungkook nodded. Sure, let's do it. But one inside the tiny booth, the space felt a little too small. Their shoulders were pressed together, and Taehyung could feel his heart pounding. The camera flashed, but he couldn't hardly focus. Taehyung turned towards Jungkook, raising an eyebrow. Taehyung, oh, why are you staring at me? Jungkook blinked, but didn't stop looking. Jungkook, I can't believe it's really you sitting beside me like this. Taehyung softly, cookie. Jungkook's eyes lighted up. There it is. I haven't heard that nickname in 2 years, not since you cut me off. Taehyung looking down. It would be too hard, Jungkook. I didn't know how to stay in a touch without hurting more. I've never seen a couple make long distance walk. I was scared. Jungkook gently sighed. I know I was scared too, but I miss you, Thi, every day. The job was hard, but the hardest part was going home to an empty apartment. No laughter, no late night cuddles, no you. Taehyung smiled sadly. Jungkook looked at him, eyes soft and full of emotion. Slowly his gaze dropped to Taehyung. Jungkook, can I? Before he could finish, he leaned in gently and to Taehyung. It was like a spark ran through Taehyung's body. His whole heart felt warm, as if all the years of waiting, crying, and hoping finally led to this moment. That felt right. It wasn't fast or forced. It was soft and full of all the words they never said. Taehyung let out a small breath, and he begged, his hands slowly coming up to hold Jungkook's face. His word was trembling, full of feeling. Jungkook had rested gently on Taehyung, holding him but tenderly. When they finally pulled apart, both were. Jungkook's voice low and full of love. You are so beautiful, Taehyung. Taehyung felt his cheeks burn. He looked away sadly for a second, then smiled at him, eyes shining. Taehyung, can we get out of here? Jungkook laughed softly and gently grabbed his hand. Jungkook, Yes, come on. He pulled Jungkook out of the photo booth and they rushed to the car, holding hands like teenagers. The photo strip from the booth fell of the machine behind them. Picture of laughter, surprise, and love. A memory sealed forever. The ride to Jungkook house was quiet but warm. The radio played soft music, but both of them were lost in their own thoughts. They kept gazing at each other, smiling like shy teenagers. Luckily, the ride wasn't long. As soon as they stepped into the living room, something clicked between them. It was like all those years apart disappeared. They looked into each other's eyes for a second and then they were. Taehyung let out a soft gasp as Jungkook pulled him close. Taehyung, I can't believe we are really here. Jungkook smiled softly. I will dream about this moment. They again, slow, full of emotions. Taehyung wrapped his arms around Jungkook's neck as Jungkook held his waist gently. Before he knew it, Jungkook had lifted him in his arms. Taehyung laughing between Jungkook, wait, what are you? Jungkook grinned, taking you somewhere more comfortable. Taehyung didn't even remember how they reached there. All he knew was that suddenly he was on a soft looking up at Jungkook who him eyes full of emotion. Jungkook brushing hair from Taehyung's forehead. You are even more than I remember. Taehyung plus you always say that. Jungkook gently, because it's always true. They lie there face to face, breathing the same air. Jungkook leaned down again and Taehyung's forehead, then his cheeks, then his slow, gentle, and full of love. They spent time holding each other, whispering small, I miss you, and you are still the same. Their hearts were beating so fast, but it felt safe. Eventually, Jungkook wrapped his arms around Taehyung and pulled him into a warm hug. Jungkook whispering into Taehyung's hair, I miss your smell, your warmth, everything. Taehyung smiled again in his I miss you too more than I can say. They changed into soft and moved to the room. The warm water in the bathtub was full of bubbles and soft flower scent. They sent into the bathtub together, Taehyung resting on Jungkook, listening to the sound of his heartbeat. Jungkook softly, you have no idea how many times I thought about us, about being like this again. Taehyung closed his eyes. So, you never found someone else? Jungkook pausing, then speaking honestly, no, my heart is still with you. Taehyung smiled warmly, looking up at him. You really ruined me, you know. Jungkook laughing and his forehead. I hope that's a good thing. Taehyung teasing. My leg feel like jelly. That's your fault. They both laughing. The sound echoes softly in the warm bathroom. The bubble sounded them like a soft blanket. After some time, they dried off and wrapped themselves in fluffy ropes, holding back to the cozy bed. They lied close, sharing the same pillow. They hung softly. Are you staying it down now? Jungkook nodded. Yes, I still have to travel to here once a month, but I always come back here. Taehyung hopefully. Can I come with you when you travel? Jungkook blinked in surprise. You would come with me? Taehyung holding his hand, letting you go last time was the hardest things I ever did. Jungkook thought, I was protecting myself, but I only ended up breaking my own heart. Jungkook softly, Taehyung, I don't want to repeat that mistake. I want to be with you if you still want that. Jungkook tears in his eyes. As he nodded, I want that more than anything. I never stopped wanting it. He pulled Taehyung into it was not trust. It was a promise sealed with all the emotions they held inside for 2 long years. When they finally pulled apart, they smiled at each other like they had just been gifted the world. Jungkook playfully, so when are you moving in? Taehyung laughing, maybe tomorrow? Jungkook grinned, what? Why not tonight? Taehyung, because I still need to pack up my teddy bears from your cars. They both laughed again, cuddling close under the soft blanket. The night was quiet, now peaceful. There was no distance left between them, not in miles, not in heartbeats. They had found their way back, and this time neither of them was letting go. Next morning, the sun peeked softly through the curtains, warming the room with a golden glow. Taehyung was still fast asleep, his face calm and peaceful as he hugged the again teddy bear Jungkook had worn from him last night. Jungkook walked quietly into the room, holding a tray filled with breakfast, toast, scrambled eggs, strawberries, and warm coffee. He stood near the bed for a moment, smiling. Jungkook softly, still sleeping like a baby, huh? He gently placed the tray on the bedside table and sat beside Taehyung, brushing a soft strand of hair away from his face. Jungkook, wake up, sleepyhead. I made breakfast. Taehyung groaned a little, his eyes slowly blinking open. Taehyung's sleepy voice. Um, breakfast? Jungkook, yeah. It's your reward for last night. You stolen all my game prize and making my night beautiful. Taehyung is smiling with closed eyes. I didn't steal. You gave them to me. Jungkook laughing. Because you bought it like a 5-year-old. How could I say no? Taehyung finally sat up, rubbing his eyes. He looked at the tray and gasped. Taehyung, you made all these for me? Jungkook, of course, I always used to cook for you, remember? Taehyung softly, yes, I miss it. Jungkook handed him a strawberry. Jungkook here, eat before it gets cold. Taehyung took a bite and smiled like a child. Taehyung, hmm, uh, it, it's still tasty like love. Jungkook, don't be so cheesy. Early in the morning, Taehyung says the guy who me in the photo booth like we were in a dream. Jungkook again, I can't help it. I was with the love of my life in the tiniest space ever. What else I could do? Taehyung chuckled and shook his head. Taehyung, you are unbearable. Jungkook, but you like me this way. Taehyung, maybe. Jungkook leaned closer, resting his chin on Taehyung's shoulder. Jungkook just maybe. Taehyung teasing, I need more proof. Jungkook proof? Like what? Taehyung turned and Jungkook cheeked softly. Taehyung like that, but more food first. Jungkook laughing and handed him a fork. Jungkook, fine, eat now, romance later. As they ate together, laughing and teasing each other, the room filled with a soft warmth. After finishing breakfast, Taehyung leaned back against the bed, headboard, feeling full of crazy. Taehyung stretching, I don't want to move today. Jungkook smiling, then don't. Today is our cozy day at home. Taehyung, really? Jungkook, yes. No office, no stress, just you and me. Taehyung grinned and pulled the blanket over his legs. Taehyung, then let's stay in bed all day. Jungkook, you are turned into a sleepy bear. Taehyung potting. You like sleepy bears, Jungkook, true, especially this one. Jungkook stood up and started cleaning the tray. Taehyung watching him quietly. Taehyung, you always take care of me like this. Jungkook, because you are my home, my everything. Taehyung eyes softened. Taehyung, I want to take care of you too. That evening, after a warm dinner, Jungkook and Taehyung were sitting on the couch, wrapped in a soft blanket. The lights were dim. A soft song was playing in the background. The air between them was quiet, but their hearts were loud. Jungkook softly, Taehyung. Taehyung, Jungkook looking down. I want to say sorry for leaving you 2 years ago. I thought I was doing the right things for my family, for my future, but I don't think. Taehyung was low. Jungkook eyes steady. I shouldn't have walked away like that. I should be fought harder for us. I miss you every single day. Taehyung reached out and hold Jungkook's hand. I'm sorry too. Jungkook, I was scared of losing you, so I let go first. I didn't trust that we could survive the distance. Jungkook gently, we both got scared and we both got hurt. Taehyung nodded, teary eyes, but I never stopped thinking about you. Jungkook whispering, me too. There was a long pause. Jungkook looked deep into Taehyung's eyes. Jungkook smiled softly. Taehyung, can I ask you something? Taehyung nervous. What is it? Jungkook gently with hope. Will you be my boyfriend again? Taehyung stared at him, his eyes widened and full of emotions. He felt his heart pounding slowly. A warm smile appeared on his face. Taehyung softly, "Yes, Jungkook, I want to be your boyfriend again." Jungkook's eyes filled with tears, but this time they were happy ones. He pulled Taehyung into a tight hug. Jungkook whispering again, Taehyung's shoulders, "I won't let go again. I promise." Taehyung smiled with closed eyes, "You better not, because I'm not letting go either." They sat there holding each other, feeling like two broken hearts had finally found their missing piece again.